This training, I'm going to go over the difference between adding smart cards to the entire GitLab Learn platform versus smart cards within one pathway or journey. This, I'm specifically going over this smart card section in our admin handbook that's talking about the different ways to share and add smart cards. So if I come back to GitLab Learn, you'll see that there is an option to create a smart card from the Discover page. When you create a smart card here, this smart card is discoverable and able to add or like accessed by content all over the platform. That doesn't mean that it's public to everyone. You can still make it private, but what it means is that you can use that smart card as like a universal kind of puzzle piece that can be added to multiple different pathways, multiple different journeys. You can access it independently. This is a really great strategy if you're creating a smart card that you know in the future you want to reuse. So an example of that is the smart card that we have in the platform that teaches, I'm trying to find it right now, teaches you how to share your badge. So here, there's this smart card that JC created called Sharing a GitLab Learn Badge on LinkedIn. The smart card is a video smart card, and it has instructions on how you can share a badge that you've earned on GitLab Learn to your LinkedIn profile. I searched share badges, and this smart card came up, which means that it's not locked within any specific pathway. This is a really great example because this is a smart card that you can add when you're building any pathway in the platform as like a final step for users to go through as a reminder that after they earn a badge in a pathway, they can go share it on their LinkedIn. So this is an example of a smart card with content that you know you'd want to reuse, so you would create it at the GitLab Learn platform level. In comparison, though, there are a lot of instances where you want to create smart cards that you only want people to discover in a certain learning journey or pathway. A really great example of this would be quiz cards. When you're creating a quiz card, you don't want someone to be able to find the quiz outside of the pathway. You want people to only be able to find the quiz in the pathway, so they have to go through the pathway in order to get to the quiz. So I'm going to show you an example of this in the Learning Evangelist training pathway. When I go into this pathway, I can see only one card is open to me because I have a lock and leap set up so that I need to go through this card to get to the next card to get to the next card. I'm scrolling through just to kind of give you a sense of what the whole platform looks like. But let me show you how I made the quizzes only discoverable in this pathway. So I'm going to go and I see that like I have this quiz, and it looks like the title of the quiz is called What is Edcast? If I search the platform, What is Edcast, you'll see that that smart card doesn't come up. I know it would come up. There's a lot of content that's coming up. There's 5,000 results, and I'm not going to go through the 5,000 results to verify, that it hasn't come up. But since I searched in the platform the exact title, it would come up in this first like line or even this first card if it was accessible. But since that smart card was created within the pathway, I can't search for it. I have to access it via the pathway, which, like I said, is really great for quizzes because then you know that the only people who are taking this quiz are taking the pathway. If it was accessible outside of the pathway, someone could take the quiz outside of the pathway and like potentially earn a badge if they happen to stumble upon all of the smart cards that were included in a pathway that earn them a badge, which might be fine in some cases. But if you are assessing learners' understanding based on a certain learning progression, then doing it this way is important. So the way that you would do that is, before, when I was making a smart card, I went to the home page and I could create. In order to add smart cards that are specific to a pathway, you want to go into the pathway and click Edit, and then you scroll down, and here you can see that I'm able to add a smart card. So when you're adding a smart card this way within a pathway or within a journey, it is locked within that pathway and it can only be discovered in that pathway.